So, Don and Peter, you blokes have been out there. The hearts would be a flutter at the moment from these players, even though a lot of them have been there before.
Well, they would be, Drew. It's not as important as what a grand final is. I mean, the heart certainly does rise on grand final day, doesn't it, Peter? But equally, the players realise that one supreme effort will get you into a grand final. It's just one effort, and if you can really go hard at it, you usually are rewarded.
This is what you play all the season for, and there's Doug Barwick on screen. He'd be a nervous man, but the games just mean nothing. The games during the year, once you get to finals. There's Derek Kickett. Well, he will be a vital player. When they played Collingwood earlier in the year, he was the best man on the ground here at the MCG. He took Collingwood apart, and that day kicked a few goals from the centre, and he is an exciting player to watch, as is Paul Salmon on screen.
Well, I think the other thing that we've got to take into consideration are the weather conditions, the sun and also the temperature. The sun, from the viewpoint that the ball's going to be in the air, that will get in the players' eyes and be very hard to focus. The other thing is the temperature. Now, it is not good conditions. The conditions really aren't conducive to good football, Peter. 23
degrees Celsius right at this moment. There's a youngster, Adrian Burns, and he came from up down on the peninsula. He'll be a nervous young man. Kevin Sheedy's been through this many times before as a player, great player with the Richmond Football Club, and now as coach of the Bombers. And they've got a lot of experience in that side, Essendon, as far as finals are concerned, Don.
Yes, and I'll be interested in the way they're going to line up, because I thought Barwick did play quite well. He was named on interchange, but we all realise that the paper team is different to the grass team, and we'll just have to wait to see who does line up on the various benches.
Just to give you an idea, the last 6 minor premiers have gone on to win the flag, but the last occasion when the team which won the second semi didn't win the grand final was Carlton in 1986. They beat Hawthorn, but Hawthorn won the flag. So usually the second semi-final is a big step towards winning the flag. Players gathering in front of the members' stand for the national anthem, and this crowd basking in the sunshine. No roof on the southern stand. New grandstand will be up there pretty soon. So plenty of people getting lots of sun here in Melbourne today. Stand by for the national anthem.
Thank you.
So the crowd has a chance to get a bit of wind out of the lungs prior to the game after the national anthem, and no doubt the players will ease a few tensions. We've seen in just about every final the players get involved in fisticuffs in the first minute, but the captains Tony Shaw and Tim Watson for the toss. Here's Michael Roberts.
The toss of the coin. Peter Carey's throwing the coin into the air. Got the two veterans, Tony Shaw and Tim Watson. They're discussing, and Tony Shaw won the toss. He's going right of screen to the main scoreboard end.
Well, the breeze are light northerly, mostly across the ground, going from the commentary side across to the outer side. Essendon in a very strong huddle here before the start of this game. Well, it should be a magnificent game of football, and if the last one in round 19 was any indication, let's hope we get something similar.
Well, neither side or the reserves have not made a move to the bench, so they've been very cagey. Looks like Manning's making his way, and Van der Haar for Essendon. So Van der Haar and Manning starting interchange. Turner and Starcevic now going to take up their place for Collingwood. Here's the ground.
Interesting to see Greg Anderson, the Brownlow medal favourite, again lining up on Darren Mullane. What a clash that'll be on the wings.
And also Monkhorst has gone down to the forward pocket. I like that move with Manson starting in the ruck against Paul Salmon. Christian is picking up Madden and Dacos on O'Donnell.
Umpires Brian Sheehan and Peter Carey. The second semi-final underway. Manson up against Salmon. Thompson helps it out of the middle for Essendon, but it's chopped off in defence by Banks. His kick over centre wing to half forward. Manson, well done. Dishes off the hand pass. Francis approaches 50. Centering kick. Brown underneath it. Shaw, a left footer, is close. Oh, it bounced at right angles and went through for a minor score.
Anthony Danaher coming up over the back of Brown then should have put his fist to the ball instead of marking it.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing, Don, but I think he thought he had his name written all over it. There he is. Good effort to come back from a broken jaw, suffered against Fitzroy late in the year. Now there's the kick to the half-back line. Mark Harvey is the flyer. Back-up support from Walsh. The tackle put on by Brown was good play. Ransburg, good tackling by the Magpies. Gavin Brown. Up to Monkhorst. He can't take the mark. He's got it. Oh, he's run into. Danaher's in there. Tries to get in a quick hand pass to the ball. A free kick to Collingwood. I don't know what for, but it's there. Tony Shaw, the short one up in front of goal. No, it'll have to come back and kick over the mark. Did you see what that was for, Don?
No, I didn't. I can see that Derek Kickett. I'm trying to pick up the various moves. Derek Kickett's being picked up by Michael Gafer in the forward pocket, Peter.
I think that umpire may have paid that for deliberate out of bounds, that quick handball. Tony Shaw probably won't make the distance from there, but should set it up in front of goal. Pack of players, Monkhorst and Walsh. Hits the deck. Mark Thompson, oh, he's almost caught with the ball. Gets off a handball to Gary O'Donnell. O'Donnell out to Watson. The racehorse Watson against Mick McGuan. He's got it, Watson. They love him, the Essendon fans. On to Harvey. The tackle is on. Good play, Dennis Banks. Banks, was he ridden into the ground? Watson hooks it out to McGuan. And the Magpies take it away through Mick McGuan, who brings it to the centre of the ground.
Punch forward by Thompson. Great gather by Watson. His kick on the turn. Buick with the pace. Goes out wide to Burns. Props at the half-forward flank. Into Long. Long's kick across and almost backwards. Gathered by Thompson up from defence. 49 metres out. Drops short. Christian's back there in defence on Madden. Christian held when not in possession. And the free kick goes to Collingwood.
That was good play by Thompson. He initiated play on centre wing with a big punch, followed it up and nearly got a kick away on the 50-metre line.
Collingwood have the only score to date. A behind to the skipper Tony Shaw. Salmon gets rid of Manson. Free kick to Manson. James Manson and Damien Monkhorst in the ruck have both played all games this year. Tony Francis, the ex-South Australian, in his first season in the AFL. Up towards half forward. Good mark taken down there by Banks. Playing his best football this year for quite a long time.
Banks to the full forward line. Gavin Brown out in front. Anthony Danaher caught behind. Good play by the young full forward.
Well, he was too quick on that occasion.
The short one is on. Good play. He is a real thinker, Gavin Brown. He's kicked to Gavin Krasiska, who will kick from about 52 metres. Now, can he make the distance? Monkhorst is one out down there with Walsh. Walsh takes front position. Monkhorst at the back. Salmon comes from the side. And, in fact, the ball is forced onto the goalpost. So it is the second score of the game are behind the Collingwood.
Anthony Danaher back after breaking his jaw late in the season against Fitzroy. Here's Buick. Taps it up the ground, but can he keep it in? And it beats him out. And it'll be a throw-in at Essendon's half-back flank.
Well, we've played 2.5 minutes of this first quarter, and the advantage going Collingwood's way just at this early stage of the first quarter.
Salmon against Manson. Comes underfoot. Fierce tackle being applied by Francis on Hamilton. The umpire will ball it up. Brian Sheehan and Peter Carey in charge today.
Bounces at half forward for Collingwood. There's Salmon with the left hand, Manson with the right, tapped on by Graham Wright was good play, looking for Scott Russell. And the ball is forced over the line, still on Collingwood's forward line, about 25 metres further around. A young Bomber fan, and there are plenty of fans here today, over 90,000 people. And with that southern stand, the roof off, it even looks a more spectacular sight. There's Manson hooking it down with the left hand. Izzard punches it to the line. Kransberg on the right foot hooks it to centre wing. Tony Shaw is there. Backup support from Dennis Banks. He's pushed off the ball and he receives a free kick on centre wing. Maybe a little bit high, Don.
I'm interested in where Banks is actually playing, because he was on the half-back line initially. Now that's the second kick he's got up around centre wing.
Well, not much in that, as you can see. Banks to the half-forward line. It's thumped the ground. That was Anderson trying to crash his way through the pack, and the umpires pinned him for holding the ball.
Well, at least they've been consistent, haven't they, the umpires? We mightn't agree with that interpretation of the rule, but they're consistent, and you've got to move the ball on. We'll watch this on replay. Anderson going through. Well, really didn't make an attempt to get rid of the ball.
Tackled by two Collingwood players. Peter Dacos with the free kick from 45 metres. This will lift the roofs off the stadium as he kicks and goals. The Magpies, 1-2, lead the Bombers yet to score.
Well, I mentioned earlier at the 2.5-minute mark how Collingwood one just senses that they've got that advantage all over the ground. They're starting much better. It's vindicated by the scoreboard. But even if it wasn't on the scoreboard, Collingwood really are going at it in the right way early in the game.
Back in the middle, and Salmon wins. Comes to Watson. Back to Salmon. He's kicked to centre half forward. Banks. He's covering a lot of ground. Dennis Banks. Across half back he goes to Richardson. To centre wing for Russell with Izzard. Izzard a good spoil from behind. And a throw in right in front of the members' stand.
Dennis Banks has got the job on Mark Harvey. Mark Harvey playing in midfield.
Manson beats Salmon this time. Comes to Kransberg. Anderson, the Brownlow medal favourite. Off the ground goes Salmon. Almost luckily for Harvey. Salmon a little toe poke to it and finds the boundary line again for another throw-in.
It's right on centre wing. There's Salmon. Interesting that Manson starting off in the ruck against the tall timber, and it's Salmon, Kransberg and Harvey combined. Tapped over the top. McGuan goes to ground. Oh, lucky free kick. It's been played.
Going in after the ball, Peter.
Yes, but I thought there wasn't much in that. McGuan to the half-forward line. Francisco marks. And it's a mark at half-forward, about 70 metres from goal. The leader's on. Gavin Brown, Anthony Danaher, and Danaher's dropped another mark at full forward. A chance for the brilliant Dacos. Monkhorst, Brown, a goal. Quick goal by the full forward. 2-2-14, the Magpies, great start. Essendon yet to score.
Well, it was uncharacteristic of Gary O'Donnell. He had the sit there. He took the hand. The ball just bounced off his hands. Watch this. There he is in position. Look. Maybe it was the pressure. Oh, it was Anthony Danaher. Maybe the pressure put on him by Brown caused him to spill that ball. It was a good goal, Collingwood.
Well, that goal was kicked at the other end of the ground. Christian and Madden were having a dust-up, weren't even watching the play. Collingwood out of the middle again. Right hand pass a bit untidy to Francis. Here's Tony Francis. Poor kick, though. Terry Danaher ducking tackles. Free kick to Danaher. Now it's coming up the ground to Michael Long. Be a great battle between Long and Wright, two speedsters. Kick by Long to half forward. Almost a mark to Kelly. There's a push out. Essendon free kick to kick it.
I wonder if he'll go the torpedo punt. He can kick them a long way.
Goes for a long drop punt. It's got a big chance. Madden's there. Did it clear them for a goal? Yes, the Bombers first.
Well, he is an incredible player, Derek Kickett. It's a pity he's been carrying that injury and been out for so long. Here's the free kick.
Oh, no
But
free
anyway, a
kick.
little bit soft, but nonetheless, watch this kick. 51 metres. I watched him one particular day here against Collingwood in the second quarter. He was unbelievable.
Back to the centre as we see Salmon. All players going in after. There's Anderson with a quick kick. Straight to Tony Shaw. Off the side of the boot slightly. Hamilton should mark. And he does. Paul Hamilton, a good solid performer at half-back. I think there's been some really ticky-touchwood umpiring decisions so far as you've seen. Centre wing. Thumped the ground. O'Donnell with a big job on Dacos. Brilliant play, Dacos. Francisca. Barwick, he can kick it from here. 55 metres, the long kick. Can they take a mark? No, they can't, as it's thumped through for a behind to Collingwood under enormous pressure. I thought Barwick might have kicked that. 2-3-15 Collingwood. Essendon 1 goal straight.
Well, the Magpies have had 5 scoring shots to 1, and Essendon's goal came for a free kick, which looked just a little bit doubtful. What a mighty kick by Anthony Danaher right into the centre square. Bomber Thompson burst through the pack. Hurried left footer. Up to half forward already. Overrun by Kickett. But a chance here for Anderson. He's inside 50. Loses control now. Richardson under pressure. Gaffer goes backwards. Mullane. Great pass by Mullane to Kelly at centre half-back. He has McGuan going past. To centre wing, Manson. Tony Shaw for the hand pass. Good play by Collingwood. Shaw's kick not great. Buick scooped off the ground by Grenvold. In comes Wright for Collingwood. Makes it his ball. Well played by Graham Wright.
Relay down the kick, down the ground.
He was decked after he got rid of that kick. The kick didn't cover much ground, but the kick comes up the ground.
You can see there, a little harsh, Grenvold.
Taken quickly. Manson got the hand pass off to Barwick. It's up short of the goal square. Here's the brilliant Dacos. Comes back to Barwick. Bit too strong, the hand pass. Out of play.
It's a better setup, Collingwood. I like the fact that Monkhurst is down in the forward pocket. At least he's able to jump up. And then these small crumbing players, Brown and Dacos, can come in.
Half forward flank for Collingwood. A good start. Buick smothered off the boot. Danger here because Scott Russell's got it. Out towards Brown. He can take the mark, and I think they might have to change the matchups there. I don't think Anthony Danaher's the man for Brown.
Yes, I think you're right. I was going to say the same thing as I saw Brown leading Danaher in the race for this ball. Danaher not quite quick enough.
Be a bit too nippy, Gavin Brown. Clever. He's kicked one. 30 metres out, directly in front. Brown kicks right through it. It's another one to the Magpies. 3 goals, 3. Collingwood 21. Essendon 1 goal straight.
Well, they're going to make a change, Essendon. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know whether the bench knows what they're doing, but Kickett was going to make a move to come off. Vanderhaar definitely is going to come on, and I wonder if it's going to be or balance the team up in such a way that they get Danaher off this man in screen, Brown.
Well, I think straight away the decision to play Brown at full forward instead of Taylor has paid dividends. He's paced one of that mark and goal for sure. Manson in the middle, but it comes to Thompson. Playing a roll up on the ball, Mark Thompson. In goes Manson. Watson forces a ball up. A lot of players around there, a lot of pressure. But it was great to see the game didn't start in the customary dust-up. They got on with the football from the start.
Another bounce. Tapped down by Madden. It's Mark Thompson to half forward. It's tapped on by Cransberg. That was good play to Watson. Danger here. The short pass is on to Salmon. He can't get there. Christian hotly after him. Tapped up by Salmon. Then Christian taps it over the line. Off the ground is Terry Danaher, and on is Vanderhaar. I'm amazed they didn't start on the ground with Vanderhaar. He is a great finals player.
The other interesting thing, they haven't made a change with Anthony Danaher and Brown.
Salmon wins this tap. Long. Crunch to the ground, but no whistle on that. Still a chance for the Bombers. Buick. Dodging and weaving. He's caught. Collingwood come out of it. Little soccer by Russell finds Morwood. And a kick by Morwood to open territory. A sprint on here. Greg Anderson leads. Barwick trying to get to him. Shepherded off by Grenvold. Anderson did well. inside 50, but the whistle's gone. Another Essendon free kick.
It's against Russell. Tim Watson, I think, will take the kick, or are they going to relay it down the ground? Van der Haar.
Paul Van der Haar too far out to score. Salmon in the goal square. He comes in short to Kransberg, who can't take the mark. Morwood fires off a great hand pass to Russell, and the Pies out of trouble again. Over centre wing to Barwick.
Doug Barwick is a long kick. He gets onto the right foot. The beautiful kick to Brown. It is a magnificently placed kick in the great lead. The short one is on to Dacos. Can he get there? No, he can't. Play on the umpire call. Good play, Gary O'Donnell. That was great play because I thought Dacos had that. He had that mark. Here it is at half-forward, a free kick to Collingwood. It has been given away by Burns, and it will go to Alan Richardson. Richardson at half-back. Kicks long. It's a very high one. Bit of pushing and shoving, and Anthony Danaher takes a very good mark. Off he goes. Kicks to half-forward. Van der Haar shoved out of it. Umpire calls play on. A quick kick to the half-forward line by Watson. Sabat, a brilliant attempt, couldn't take it. McGuan gets Collingwood out of trouble with a long kick. Mullane versus Anderson. Who'll win? And in fact, the ball beats both over the line.
Well, we've talked about the controversial free kick to Derek Kickett, which resulted in Essendon's only score, but the frees at the moment are 8-3 in favour of Collingwood. Monkhurst gets it to the back. Russell off the ground, but it goes to Anderson. Looks for his left foot. Long and high kick to full forward. Christian in front of Salmon. Ground level, Burns. Caught in a good tackle. Shaw crunched to the ground by Kickett. The umpire's going to ball it up right in front.
I wonder if Essendon think of bringing Manning on, putting him on to Scott Russell, that who is ruck roving. Thompson back onto Brown, taking Walsh right off the ground, and Anthony Danaher into the back pocket.
The bounce up in front of the Essendon goal, the loose one. Who'll end up with this one? Richardson. All the players charge in after it, and Harvey is at the base of the pack, and the umpire will bounce it again. Peter Carey. But I think some of the moves by Lee Matthews have worried Essendon at the start of this game. He's thought about it. Monkhorst down there, Salmon cleverly over the top. Back grabbed by Tony Shaw. He heads for the line, and a clever little kick because he had no one to give it to. Collingwood captain, well done.
Interesting also, Petty just mentioned Monkhurst. Now he is around the centre of the ground with Madden. Christian doing the ruck work, as we can see.
Salmon, a beautiful hit out to Harvey. Can he control the ball? Was that a free kick? No. Burns on the left foot. Young Adrian Burns hooks a goal and puts it through for a behind, but a good attempt. Well, Collingwood starting off well, 3-3 to 1-1, and just under 10 minutes of play left in this first quarter, and there's a keen Bomber fan. There's plenty of them here today. In fact, when the teams ran out, Drew, the louder roar was for Essendon.
3-3 to 1-1. Under 10 minutes to go to quarter time. In front, Christian, while the two wingmen, Mullane and Anderson, battle for the ball. Christian to Russell. Russell's been a dominant player so far. Bouncing ball. Krasiska. Wright. Long charge at him, missed the ball. Wright's pass in. Thompson almost. Monkhurst hurdles him. Free kick was going to be paid. Advantage now to Francis. He comes across the ground at Banks. Collingwood well set up on the forward line. Oh, Banks hoisted high. Not a great kick for the forwards. Walsh a spoil. Now Collingwood need the runners. Anderson comes backwards to Madden, who gets crunched down by Barwick. Nothing for that. To Morwood. McGuan. Right to the goal square. Penetrating kick. And a good punch away by Anthony Danaher. Finds the safety of out of bounds.
Well, they're manning up. Around the centre of the ground, Essendon are not manning up the Collingwood players. They've got a lot of loose players all over the ground, and Kevin Sheedy won't like that. There's Manson thumping it towards the dangerous Brown. He's got it. Brought the ground. Walsh crashes his way out. That was good play by Kevin Walsh. Mark Thompson out at centre half back. He's looking for Kickett. Kickett out in front. Can he mark it? Oh, free kick to Kickett. Umpire said no. I thought they got into his back. Grabbed by Tony Shaw. Hurry kick will land straight in the hands of Kransberg. Gee, that should have been a free kick to Kickett.
Peter Kransberg, a real surprise this year. Picked up in the national draft. He's played every game. ex-West Australian. Salmon marks at centre-half forward. Fires out the hand pass to Thompson. Open forward line. Harvey should run into an uncontested goal.
Well, the advantage of having a tall, mobile player. Salmon, who was at full forward, came way up to the edge of the square, took a really good high mark. They're just too big. Look at that. Plays on quickly to Thompson. Now, there was no one down on that forward line for Thompson to kick to. All he did was put it out in front, and at least Harvey had the presence of mind to run forward into that open goal. The ball bounced truly. Essendon second.
Essendon trailing by 8 points, and Collingwood have had most of the play. Tapped down the ground. Mark Thompson playing very, very well. He's got backup support from the pacey Buick. Let's see who'll end up with a Buick. Very, very quick. So is Graham Wright. What a great contest, right over the line deliberately.
Oh, no, that is wrong. That really is the wrong decision.
Well, it was a bit tough, but I know the intention was there from Graham Wright. You can see it, but Buick. It was a great clash. Two very, very quick players. Over the back, Vanderhaar. And Salmon is at a mark. Salmon, a quick kick at goal, has kicked it off the side of the boot. That'll be a penalty kick down there to Morwood.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem on that forward line, Salmon, as Brown is down the other end. Salmon because of his height and Brown because of his pace. A contrast between two players at opposite ends of the ground.
Collingwood by 8 points. 7 minutes remaining to quarter time. Ruckman underneath it. McGuan at half-back. Cornered for space. Richardson. Well, Thompson tried one off the ground, missed it. It's up past centre wing and it's all Collingwood, gathered by Mullane. Nowhere near Anderson, playing wide this time. The kick is long, down to the forward pocket. Walsh gathers, into O'Donnell. He's got a tough job on Dacos, loses it to Dacos. He's dangerous from the pocket. Centering kick, beautiful play Dacos. And the mark to Francis.
Good harassment by Collingwood. That's how they got that ball, because three fellows ran at Gary O'Donnell when he had the ball. He could not get it away. And they're playing in front and getting numbers to the ball. It wasn't a good kick by Dacos, but a good mark by Francis.
Distance 40 metres. Kick is pretty good. Just missed. Collingwood 3-4, Essendon 2-1.
Well, 7 shots to 3. They should be further in front. 6 minutes of play left in the first quarter. A lot of pressure on Anthony Danaher, and as Don said, pressure made those mistakes on Gary O'Donnell, forced him into it. Madden in front, thumped the ground. Well done by Anderson. A quick kick lands straight in the hands of Tony Francis. Lovely hand pass, Graham Wright. Quick kick to the forward line, and the mark has been taken by Big Jim Manson.
Well, I wonder if that made a switch there. Anthony Danaher came out. He was behind Manson on that occasion. As we see there on screen, Manson coming out. See his opposite number, Danaher. They may have put Walsh onto Brown.
Well, the Collingwood supporters with their hearts in their mouths here. Will he kick it straight? Big James Manson with that strange-looking kick. Oh, it's wobbly. It's to the right, I think. Yes, he's missed. And you can't back him in, Big James. And really, they should be further in front. Collingwood, it could be costly in the long run. 3-5 from 8 shots, plays 2-1 to Essendon.
Kick, it looks as if he's on the ball for Essendon.
Anthony Danaher, who can kick in about 75 metres. No exception this time, but all Collingwood at ground level. Morwood comes backward to Banks. Kick by Banks to centre half forward. Manson, almost a one-hander. Barwick, caught by Danaher. Held when not in possession. Free kick to Barwick.
They're not playing in front, the Essendon backs. They're playing chase-up football, catch-up football.
Free kicks are now 10-5 in favour of Collingwood.
That was a very lucky free kick to Doug Barwick.
He could kick this, Barwick. He is a prodigious kicker of the football.
Kicking from outside 50. It is a magnificent kick. Collingwood 4-5, Essendon 2-1.
Well, it's all to do with timing, isn't it, kicking the football. Doug Barwick, not a big man as far as height is concerned, but you can see there a very good physique, obviously lifts a lot of weights, but it is the timing. And he is a prodigious kick of the ball. His times that ball so well onto his boot.
Back to the centre. Collingwood playing well. Banks, that could be holding the ball. It is. Free kick going to Tim Watson. And they'll have to stem the tide a little bit, Essendon. There's the kick. Salmon takes front position. Thumped the ground by Kelly was good play. Richardson breaks the tackle and kicks to the centre of the ground. Gary O'Donnell at the back. Thumps it wide. Mark Harvey's got it. At half-forward, hooks around the corner. It's all Collingwood. Salmon, though, doing the wrestling. Well played, Paul Salmon. Can't control the ball. And Collingwood playing well in defence as they normally do through Michael Christian. Oh, a bad kick by Christian. Off the side of the boot. But a little bit of luck because the man to take the kick is Kransberg and he's a left footer. Now, a difficult kick for a left footer, Don.
Yeah, he's kicked 22 goals for the season. 22 goals, 12 points for the season, Kransberg.
Now, what will he do? Will he run out and kick it on the right foot? Will he go the short pass or will he try a banana kick? He's got a few options. No one's leading, so he might have to go the banana. He's gone for a straight, set, drop, punt. Has he kicked it? No, he's hit the post. He might have been better off running out onto that right foot and opening up the goals. He would have had a far better chance. But Essendon have taken the score under 2-2. Collingwood remain 4-5.
3 minutes 21 remaining in the first quarter. But Christian breathed a sigh of relief then when that kick for goal missed. Monkhurst with Madden. Simon Madden, a veteran, well over 300 games, plenty of finals experience, a couple of premierships. Norm Smith medal in a grand final against a real youngster in Damien Monkhurst.
Only 3 games off playing 350, Simon Madden.
Madden
Used
wins
his
in ruck and
experience.
gets the free kick. So it's 29 to 14, a 15-point lead to Collingwood, but it could have been more because they've had 9 shots to 4. Lead by Van der Haar. Been a bit of a mystery man over the last few weeks. Van der Haar missed their practice match a couple of weeks ago. Salmon takes a great mark.
He's just too big, isn't he? Too big, and on that occasion, just too good. Look at this, a one-hander. Well done.
So Simon Madden started off at full forward. Salmon in the ruck. They've reversed roles. And now Paul Salmon going for his first goal for the match. Collingwood out marking Essendon 3-1. Is to narrow the margin to 9 points. He's missed, so plenty of Collingwood fans behind that goal. They roared the roof off.
Yes, a bad miss from there by the big full forward with just under 2 minutes of play left. You shouldn't miss them from there. Set shot from in front.
Collingwood playing the huddle, Peter, and I would say they'll look for Mullane. They usually do on these kickouts.
Shane Morwood to the half-back line. Over the back is Long. Disciplined play to punch it, but waiting for it was Alan Richardson. He hooks it again around the corner. Well smothered by Tim Watson. That was good play. Might come out. Oh, Thompson cleverly to Harvey. Harvey breaks the tackle. That's great play. And he's gone short and a bad pass. Straight in the hands of Richardson, and that spoiled what was excellent play by Harvey. Off go the Magpie defence. Shane Morwood, short. Finds Graham Wright. Oh, they've loose men everywhere for Collingwood. O'Donnell will come over the top and spoil it, and he went the wrong option then, Graham Wright. His disposal at times leaves a lot to be desired.
It was good play by O'Donnell. He left Akos 20 metres behind. He had to come up and punch the ball away. He did over the boundary line. Good play.
Here's Michael Long. Hand passing through the pack, well to Thompson. Here's kick to centre half forward. Kransberg, couple of touches, good mark.
Burns warming up on the boundary. Or Manning, I should say, warming up for Essendon.
Kransberg goes very wide to Van der Haar, nearly as far from goal as he was before. And Van der Haar's caught by Kelly. Banks accidentally kicked it backwards, now kicks it away from Watson. Thrown to the ground by Van der Haar, and the ball out of play for a throw-in.
Burns coming off for Essendon and Manning coming on. The former St Kilda player Manning, Andrew Manning.
Throw-in to take place 40 metres around from the Essendon goal. They've got 20 seconds in which to score a goal before quarter time. I don't think they'll do it because Mick McGuan kicks to centre wing. Oh, the mark is dropped there by Madden. He took his eyes off it. Has he been paid? Oh, very, very lucky. over the shoulder, maybe the free kick. Certainly not the mark. 4 seconds to play. They need to take a mark here. Paul Salmon can't do it. Harvey, and it's smothered off the ball, and a quarter time here. An excellent quarter by Collingwood. They lead 4-5, 29 to Essendon, 2-3, 15. Well, back to the start of the second quarter. Peter Carey about the bounce. Good first quarter, that by the Magpies. Salmon starting off against Manson. Down the ground it goes. Kicked up the ground by Tony Shaw. A race for the ball. Izard, a very quick player. First to swoop on and kicks to the half-forward line in front of the Melbourne Members Pavilion. Simon Madden cleverly taps it back. No one was there. Now, Long took his eyes off the ball. Bad play, Michael Long. Graham Wright. Tony Shaw, the Magpies forward again. Gary O'Donnell, he waited back for it. Dacos, off the ground by Dacos. Moncourse down the ground. Gavin Brown, a goal. Brilliant play by the Magpies. Gavin Brown has kicked his third, and Collingwood 5-5, 35, Essendon 2-3, 15.
Well, that's all started on centre wing. You can't afford to make mistakes. And Michael Long did make the mistake earlier, but watch this goal here from Brown. Now watch this. There's a deliberate kick on the ground. He realised that if he put it up high, it'd be smothered. He had enough presence, slow it down, kick it along the ground and make sure of it. Well done, Gavin Brown.
Back in the centre, vital first goal for this period to Collingwood. Manson wins the tap, but Thompson whips it away for Essendon. Manning number 41 on late in the first quarter. Chance now for Greg Anderson. His left footer inside half forward. Van der Haar!
That was vintage Paul Van der Haar. Watch this on replay. Behind, up he goes the big fellow. Well done.
And kicking for goal from right in front, 40 metres out. It's good. Five to 3-3.
Well, Paul Van der Haar, his 200th game. It's taken a long time for this fellow to get there. Nearly 13 years to play 200 games. He's been dogged by injury. In recent weeks, he's been under a cloud as far as his injuries are concerned. But as a junior starting off, he was sensational.
And he's also been a great finals player. Now, who'll get it? Long in after it. Again lost the ball. Essendon have it taken away by Banks and Dacos to McGuan. McGuan to Brown, and Brown comes out and takes a great mark, and he is killing Anthony Danaher. Brown about to play on. No, and his teammates are telling him, take your time and have a deliberate shot. He'll have to kick from about 49 metres.
He's too quick for Anthony Danaher, Peter.
Well, I thought Paul Hamilton would line up on Gavin Brown, to be quite honest. But still, let's see what happens. He's kicked three, this champion Collingwood player, from 49 metres. A high floating drop, punt, it floats. I think it could be another one. Yes! 4 goals to Gavin Brown. Collingwood 6-5, 41 lead the Bombers 3-3, 21.
He's very, very deliberate, Gavin Brown, when shooting for goal. Now here's the mark. I hope we get the kick, because watch his head over the ball. It's a conscious effort when he makes contact. His head stays down over the ball to make sure that he watches the ball onto his boot.
Lee Matthews settled on the combination which got Collingwood this far with a short, speedy forward line, and is it paying dividends? Brown, 4 goals. Dacos gets it out of the middle. Izard a punch from behind. O'Donnell to Anderson. He's caught on the tackle, caught red hot. Peter Dacos, whether kicking goals, giving sly little handballs, or tackling, what a player. Dacos. Brown leads again. Almost. Danaher. Comes back to Izard, who was kickless in the first quarter. Anderson comes to right. Banks charges through the pack, but goes without it. Pretty tough in there. Socket away by Francis. Ducks the high tackle. Gets the free kick, Tony Francis.
Centre of the ground. Fans, all the Magpies are going in very, very hard. They're keeping their eyes on the ball too. Gavin Brown again, but Paul Salmon's gone back to take the mark. Mark Thompson, he's got no one out wide leading. That's why he's hesitating. He hesitated again. He was forced into kicking to 3 Collingwood players. Poor play by the Essendon forwards. Kicker took his eyes off it. And I can see, even at this stage, Don, the Collingwood players' attention is on the ball. Some of the Essendon players are going for the man instead of the ball, and that could be costly.
Well, the point is Collingwood are in front, aren't they? They're making all the play. Evidence that by the fact that Dacos' tackle in the centre was fantastic.
There's a big punch away by Kelly, gaining 25 metres. Was that ball out? Anderson gets his kick in, over centre wing. Collingwood seem to have the numbers at ground level, and they look like forcing a ball up here. No, it's flipped out. McGuan loses it. Watson goes backwards. Harvey, dispossessed by Shaw. Tony Shaw, his brother led Collingwood in their last grand final. Off to Morwood. Morwood to Brown. Well, Brown might have 5, less than halfway through the second quarter. Gavin Brown has been absolutely superb. 5 marks, 7 kicks, and 4 goals. This could be 8 kicks for 5 goals. Right in front and inside 50. He's done it again.
Well, we have seen some sensational goals kicked by that man Brown in this second quarter. Collingwood making a change. Long coming off, Danaher going on. This is just too quick for Anthony Danaher. From 50-odd metres out, a beautiful kick from goal.
Well, great performance by the Collingwood full forward, but why didn't Paul Hamilton start on him? It's an amazing decision, that. There's Anthony Danaher. He's got backup support from his brother Terry. Over it goes. Anthony Danaher again. O'Donnell, they need go. Oh, he's going to run into trouble here, Gary O'Donnell. They don't know what to do. Manning, inside. Buick. Oh, caught one across the neck. Here's Morwood. They're mucking around with it, Essendon. Harvey and Graham Wright. Harvey, disciplined play. Towards Cransberg, he's got it. On the right foot around the corner, Simon Madden. Christian too quick. Back up support Morwood. Kick it, puts on the tackle. Kelly pulled off the ball. In they go after it, the Essendon players trying very, very hard down there.
There's some heavy tackles and some wonderful tackles laid by those Essendon forwards on that occasion. Kick it. And also Vanderhaar.
Was there ever in that forward pocket? They need goals and badly. Madden tries to get it to ground. Tim Watson across the face of goal. Morwood's been superb in defence and the ball beats him over the line.
That really wasn't a good kick by Tim Watson from the pocket there. He's an experienced player. He put the ball across his boot and accentuated the angle or the hook.
Madden a great win in ruck. Buick. They force a ball up about 25 metres out from goal. Well, Gavin Brown thrashed Anthony Danaher. Now Terry Danaher's there.
Well, that is a bad move, to put Terry Danaher, who's slow, on a quick player.
Danaher certainly has the height, but Brown's pace has killed the Danaher family so far. Manning. Some sort of a hand pass. Thompson shrugs the tackle, kicks for goal and misses. Too much going right for Essendon at the moment. A 25-point lead to Collingwood.
Superb football by Collingwood so far. But Essendon, well, they're only 4 goals behind, and Collingwood really has played well, and Essendon not playing well. I still think we'll see a close game. Kelly to the half-back line. Salmon, the big arms go up. Mick McGuan roved it beautifully. Izzard at the back, the big fly, and he's taken a great mark. He loves those big ones from behind, Alan Izzard. Huge leap for a little fella. Alan Izzard will go straight down the centre of the ground. He's looking for someone to take a mark. Vanderhaar is there, has stumped the ground. In goes Buick against front. Taken away by Mark Thompson. Playing well. Harvey should go over the top to Cransberg. Oh, he's had a shot. Oh, he had 2 Essendon players on their own as he kicked it. Oh, bad play. He had Cransberg, he had Vanderhaar. He elected to have a shot, and look at Kevin Sheedy. He should have popped it over, Don.
Well, it's all very well up here, but those guys just weren't in position he's making. his kick for goal. He could have hand passed, he could have kicked. No, just weren't in the right position when he went for it.
Kelly leads for Christian and marks at halfback. Well, don't tell me the mark wasn't paid. Anderson back to kick it. Losing ground in possession, Essendon. Salmon back to full forward. Harvey's there, but in front. Oh, crashing down was Christian. Tony Shaw, sensational. His pass, a bit too far for Mullane, who's played for the last month with that broken thumb. Kick it along the ground to Cransberg. Just outside 50. On the turn, off the left foot, straight into the crowd.
Yes, they're under a lot of pressure, Essendon. They're making many mistakes with Collingwood are chasing and harassing and tackling. Here's Manson to the half-back line. Salmon from behind, couldn't take the mark. Quick hand pass. Comes out to Mullane. Morwood has been very steady. The short one to centre wing, a good mark. Has it been paid? No, it hasn't. Ooh, I thought that was a mark to Barwick.
Interesting, Peter. Anthony Danaher's now on the wing. He started at full back on Brown. He's now on right on centre wing.
Salmon takes it out of the ruck. He only had McGuan to beat. Manning. Oh, they're running around in circles and they get away with it. This is David Grinbold to half forward. They need a mark. It hits the deck. This is Mark Harvey. What do you do with it this time? He hooks it back. Buick. Who was holding who? Umpire calls play on, and again it's Morwood. Brilliant in defence. On to McGuan. He's got a loose man wide in Michael Christian.
That was brilliant play by Morwood. Christian unmarked. Up towards half forward. Wide for Brown. He's got it again. Well, this is one of the most sensational performances in a final you could wish to see.
Well, he is a champion player, but Essendon are playing him badly. They've got to have a quick player on him, Drew.
But also the ball's being so well delivered. Christian had no pressure on him at all and could look steady and spot him.
Brown has kicked 5 straight. This one's away to the right. Almost a mark to Manson. Ball still in play. No, it's through for a behind. 7-6 to 3 goals 5. And the Bombers have the job in front of them.
Cransberg will take the kick-off by Terry Danaher. Cransberg, he had no one to give it to again, no lead, so he kicked it straight to Banks. He had no option. Scott Russell, 55 metres, sets it up. Walsh and Gavin Brown. Brown at the back. Oh, he nearly retrieved it too. Terry Danaher and Izzard combine. Izzard off the ground. This is Hamilton, the man I would have started on Gavin Brown. Taps it on. Anderson. He and Mullane haven't been in it much as yet. Here's Manning, hung on to it too long. Gets it a hand pass to Salmon. To centre wing, up the ground. Oh, some pressure there as it's taken by Grinbold. Grinbold around the boundary line. And it beats all the players over the line.
"14 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Madden against Christian. They had a nice dust-up when Madden was at full forward in the first quarter. Comes out to Izzard. Hand pass close to the boundary line. Thompson keeps it in. Tries to centre. Off the side of the boot, and the mark taken by Morwood.
You'd almost think that Shane Morwood was a loose man, Drew.
Morwood 11 possessions. And look at Darren Mullane protecting his right wrist in taking that mark virtually one-handed. Certainly couldn't criticise his play in the last 3 weeks, though. Manson can't mark. The ball is out of play at centre wing. Mullane's averaged 26 possessions a game since he broke that thumb.
He is. That is a gutsy effort by Mullane. It's almost impossible to play with a broken thumb, but he's doing it. Here's Anderson. Quick kick to the half-forward line. Thump to ground. Anthony Danaher. They're taken away by Christian. The tackle on Russell was excellent. Gaper loses it. Well played by Harvey. Kicked away to Anderson. Anderson tries to hook it back. Oh, it's thrown out. Grabbed by Peter Dacos. A dangerous kick because this should suit Watson. He's got 4 men to beat. McGuan. Dennis Banks. Oh, good play, Collingwood. Banks long. Terry Danaher and Brown. Over the back is Walsh. Terry Danaher in after it. Straight to Russell. Russell on the left foot kicks it goal and puts it out on the full. But they're running in numbers, Collingwood, and Essendon leaving it to too few.
Kick by Salmon, marked by Terry Danaher. Looking for some movement up near the wing, then switches play to Walsh. That could have been dangerous, because you've always got to be mindful of the speed of Brown, who could have come from nowhere then. Walsh looks for Anderson. He's outnumbered 2-1. That's a poor option. It's taken by Mullane. Mullane can bounce up near the 50. Cornered a bit by Hamilton. Passes wide. Brown's got it again in the forward pocket. Unselfishly passes in, and the mark's taken by Russell.
They're in trouble, Essendon. They're in real trouble. Collingwood playing inspired football, and they've got enough time. There's just not enough pressure. They've got enough time to do what they want to do with the ball, and they're dictating the state of play.
Man on the mark is only 30 metres out. Russell just offline. So he's kicked Collingwood's. Well, he hasn't kicked their last 2 scores. His last 2 shots for goal, 1 out of bounds on the full and 1 behind.
Well, really, Collingwood should be a lot further in front. Here's David Grenville at half-back. Oh, he should kick it quickly. He does to half-forward. He's got Madden. Oh, under Manning. Manning's running around. He's run into all sorts of trouble. Back to Anderson. Anderson long. Anthony Danaher. Can't take the mark. Over the back is Watson. Can't get there in time, and the ball rolls through for a behind to Essendon. 3-6 the Bombers. Collingwood 7-7.
And incidentally, Anthony Danaher, who flew for that mark in the goal square, is playing on centre wing for Essendon.
McGuan will bring it back into play. He's looking for Graham Wright, Anthony Danaher and Vanderhaar 2-on-1. Vanderhaar takes the mark. Is that 50? Umpire said no.
That would have been 50 metres earlier in the season.
Paul Vanderhaar should kick long. Oh, they've got no big man down the square at the moment. Now Madden's shifting down there. I'm not sure what to do, Essendon. Now they've only got Izzard. Now they've got Salmon all wet with the flight. Here's a chance. Mark Thompson, goal. The Bombers fight back. 4-6-30. Collingwood 7-7-49.
Well, I wonder whether Izzard infringed when he went for that mark. I thought initially he did. Now watch this. The Essendon player caught in the middle. Yeah, he did infringe. I thought he did. But the umpire not in the right position. Definitely around the neck. Favour of Morwood.
Monkhorst got his hands to it in the middle, but Watson comes out with it. On his own is Thompson, who kicked the last goal. The hand pass up to Harvey. This time he shouldn't miss, but he does again. Well, Mark Harvey's had 2 sitters in this quarter.
There's no justice in football, is it? You look at the scoreboard quickly. 3 goals the difference. Now Collingwood simply have dictated play for 1.5 quarters, and they're only 3 goals in front.
Everybody stood back, so Morwood was able to kick into himself. Then he kicks into Izzard, and now he's 1-on-1. Izzard hooks it up towards the goal square. Grenville! Oh, Shane Morwood.
Hamilton coming off too, Drew. Hamilton coming off. Long coming on for Essendon. Tim Watson in the back pocket on Scott Russell.
Tough angle for David Grenville.
But he is a South Australian.
Oh!
He's kicked it right across the face of goal. He started 2 metres out, now they're 20 metres out.
But that'd be the worst check side kick of all time, wouldn't it?
Just did not get onto that at all.
Well, when I said he's a South Australian, they've made it famous, and they're the experts at it.
But still another chance here for the Bombers. Salmon goes backwards in ruck. Anderson fires out the hand pass to Salmon. Or smothered off the boot by Christian. And Christian comes up with it. Great play by Michael Christian to centre wing. Krasiska, some mark.
Top mark by Gavin Krasiska. He wants to play on, and he does. Darren Mullane, centre wing. Oh, some good shepherding. Mullane, a kick long. Gavin Brown, Terry Danaher, Simon Madden, and Simon Madden. The big arms go up, the good mark.
That's the difference. You cannot deliver the ball like that, as Brown was caught behind 2 big men.
Madden Or the half-back, a dangerous pass. Terry Danaher, courage. Then taps it on to Anderson, was great play. But he kicks it straight to his opponent in Darren Mullane.
49 plays 31. 8 minutes remaining to half-time. Bowick, good mark. Collingwood have kicked 3 goals to 2 in this quarter, all 3 to Brown. This one in his direction again. Good spoil by Walsh, and the ball out of play.
Actually, that was a good effort by Danaher and Madden, and also Walsh to get over and cover Brown because he was left unattended. Danaher had gone up the ground. He really had to make a lot of ground to get back onto Walsh. It was good effort by those 3 Essendon backmen.
Monkhorst gets it to ground. Dacos, the dangerous Dacos, and Monkhorst is there also. Quick hand pass. Scott Russell up in front of goal. Walsh at the back. Tapped down by Walsh was good play. Terry Danaher, the short one, is on. Looking for his brother Anthony. He's got him at half back. That was good play. Short one. Buick. Was he off? Manson holding him. He was thinking of going, but
one just gets the impression that Collingwood starting to lose a little bit of grip on this game.
Should be a lot further in front. Oh, Salmon was pushed in the back. And then in desperation, he threw his arm back and caught Christian right across the neck.
Russell, an amazing ability to get clear. Beats Danaher. Pumps it long. Walsh is there. Dacos. Manson burrows through. Manning. And Manning clears for Essendon. Under the hammer then. Christian charges at it. It comes to Russell again. Good hand pass over the head of Thompson to Gayfer. Gayfer's pass across the ground. Barwick a half volley. He's got McGuan. Well, Terry Danaher a mile in front here. Easy mark. Out to Thompson, to Watson. Anderson.
Oh,
not a great kick, but lucky. Comes to Cransberg. Back to Kickett. Not seen all that much of Derek Kickett after he kicked their first goal. To half forward. Madden in front. Oh, Thompson had that, but fumbled. And this is a Collingwood free kick.
Things now starting to go Essendon's way.
There's nothing in this game now. Collingwood lead by 3 goals, but for the amount of play they've had and the way they've played, they should be a mile in front, and they're not. Essendon starting to pick up the tempo a bit. Craig Kelly, the centre wing. Watson at the back and Cransberg. Thump it to ground. Anderson's in there to lend a hand, but the tap favours Mullane. Mullane, cleverly done to Krasiska, who ducks the head and then is grabbed. And that is not a free kick in my book. He ducked the head.
The umpire said it was around the neck.
He ducked down into it.
He's hurt his shoulder too, Peter.
Here's Mullane off the side of the boot. O'Donnell tries to thump it to ground. Oh, was that a throw? The umpire said no, it's grabbed by Kickett. 2 bounces, Derek Kickett. He might go with a hand pass wide. He does. Van der Haar. Back to Kickett. He's got to wait underneath it. Gets his boot the ball. Sabat at the back. Oh, brilliant play by Essendon. That was champagne football.
And Krasiska back on centre wing. I mentioned about how he hurt his shoulder. There he is. It is his left shoulder that he hurt.
Brilliant play by Derek Kickett coming down the wing. Fed it out. Look at the mark.
He's just too big.
Well, they'd shoot him if he missed this, and they will only be 2 goals behind.
I don't think they would.
If he kicks this one, Paul Salmon from 20 metres kicks. Oh, he's hooked it. Goal. The Bombers come back. 5-7 Essendon, Collingwood 7-7.
Well, she's always here, that lady in screen there. She's a mad Essendon supporter. And here it is, Kickett. Now watch, he is just too big. And Kickett gets his kick away under extreme duress. Just gets it away. He's behind. He's just too big.
Well, now they've kicked 3 goals each in this second quarter. McGuan in the middle, pretty tough there. High kick out by Francis, didn't go 10. Thompson. There's Banks. He lost control. Anthony Danaher, the first clear kick after the bounce. Turner. Right at half forward. Turner down by Long after he got rid of the kick. Well, Michael Long's been dragged once already. Here's Wright, his original opponent, into McGuan. McGuan around Thompson easily. Mick McGuan thumps one long to full forward. Brown pushed out. It's an Essendon mark. And the mark
Brown
stands.
was definitely pushed out on that occasion.
I agree. That should have been a free kick to Gavin Brown.
But that's not the way to deliver the ball. The Brown, we've seen him take his marks. There's the push.
Well,
We've seen him take his marks on the lead, but now they're kicking it high.
Well, he was pretty well nudged out there by Walsh. Now here's Terry Danaher. He's gone short. He's looking for Cransberg and Watson. Cransberg over the back. So is Madden. Oh, here's danger because Izzard's got it. On the left foot, he kicks. Oh, an ordinary kick by Izzard. Straight to Dennis Banks, and Banks will go wide. He's got a loose man in Mullane, who is a great performance playing with a broken thumb.
And Burns warming up on the bench for Essendon.
Darren Mullane, 10 possessions. To half forward, Cransberg a punch. Gets it away from Kelly, out of bounds.
And Manson coming off for Collingwood. So Starcevic warming up, and he'll come onto that forward line.
Good move.
Monkhurst wins in ruck. Barwick with Buick. Barwick keeps it in, but Watson takes it out. So we'll have a throw in down towards half forward now for Collingwood. And Starcevic, who was named as an emergency but replaced McEwen in the selected side, gets his first run. Clean possession, Krasiska. Comes to McGuan. Kick under pressure, taken by Cransberg. Oh, courage. Gee, that was great by Tony Shaw.
Tony Shaw, halfway between centre wing and half forward. A goal here would be handy for the Magpies as he kicks it high. Gavin Brown at the back will fly. Punched away by Anthony Danaher. A 30-metre punch straight over the line.
And Michael Long coming off for Essendon, and Burns going onto the half-forward flank. And again, the ball not delivered in the right way to Brown.
Walsh and Starcevic. Starcevic gets it down. Who'll get the ball? Pressure on in the packs. O'Donnell putting on the tackle and holding the ball. Collingwood player lying over the top of the ball. It'll be a free kick, and really Essendon have picked up their game. This is Alan Izzard. And Collingwood lead only by 2 goals, getting towards half-time. In fact, 1 minute and 30 seconds of play left. There's the mark, Van der Haar. They're starting to look dangerous, the Bombers. Van der Haar to the half-forward line against Savin. Can he get there? No, Mullane got there first. Madden just took his eyes off it. Here's Anderson with a quick kick. Gaffer, kick it. Well played, Michael Gaffer out of defence as he kicks it to the centre wing. Anthony Danaher flies, and it's taken by Scott Russell.
Well, he's playing a top game, Russell. Into Shaw, wide open for Collingwood here. This pass is a bit lower. Over the head of Starcevic. Terry Danaher there. 10 metres in front of Brown. Certainly quietened Gavin Brown since he went there to replace his brother. Manning to Buick. Just a kick and hope by Buick. Kelly gets it out in front of Francis. The 2 South Australians combining here. Plenty of time. Francis steers the ball to right. Manning got a fingernail to it, but right. Great hand pass, or just too far in front of Barwick. Izzard. His hand pass goes straight out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in. 12 points the margin. It's been a level quarter. Magpies led by 14 at quarter time. Chance for Collingwood. Time running out with just 12 seconds in the quarter left. High tackle, and the free kick will go to Grenvold, and that will complete the scoring for the quarter. Well, they tightened it up after Brown kicked 3 goals in the opening 7 minutes of this quarter. So there it is at half-time. Collingwood 7-7, Essendon 5-7. And Lee Matthews, who would have been delighted with the way the Pies were going up until about the 7 or 10 minute mark of that second quarter. Now he knows he really has a game on his hands again. Monkhurst and Richardson going to the bench for Collingwood.
McGuan's picking up Kickett, who's now ruck roving or in the centre. Looked like Izzard is in there against Tony Francis.
At the start of the second half, a 12-point lead to the Magpies. Manson wins this. McGuan's pulled off the ball straight away by Kickett, his new opponent, and McGuan will take the free kick.
And Grenvold's in against Shaw for Essendon.
Kick by McGuan, well inside 50. Krasiska hands to it, almost a top mark. Socked away by Walsh towards the boundary line. Anthony Danaher's enjoyed things a lot better since he hasn't been on ground. He gains a few metres and will have a throw in. In fact, during the second quarter, Danaher, playing on the wing, was at one stage kicking for goal and then marking a kick in from defence. So he really covered some ground. Izard. Barwick. Very congested pack here. Punched up the ground by Thompson. A fumble by Harvey. He had a chance then, but Banks gets it to Shaw, who didn't have the ball when they crashed into him. But it's going to be an Essendon free kick.
It was an intelligent punch on by Thompson.
Thompson, hand pass to the pacey Buick. Buick long, lot of danger here. Salmon, yes, there he is. He's too tall, and if they do that, if they get him one out, Don, he will be impossible to stop.
But Buick, that's the beauty of the play. Now, Buick is in the back pocket or back flank, and now he's come up the centre wing and taken that kick. It was a beautiful kick, long, direct, one-on-one. You just can't beat that man as far as that ball being high in the air. It's Salmon is the man in question.
Well, he's only kicked one goal. He missed an easy one, but this is directly in front. He should kick it from there. Paul Salmon just after half-time kicks, and no doubt right through the middle. One goal the margin. The Magpies lead 7-7 to 6-7.
Now, Graham Wright seems to be the man on Buick, now right in the forward pocket, and Buick came up. So I wonder who is now on centre wing. Looks like Barwick against Danaher, as we see there. Salmon lining up, a good kick for goal, and it's an excellent mark, his second.
So just one kick the difference now. Manson beats Madden. Here's Danaher coming in from his wing. Anthony Danaher, long kick to half forward. Van der Haar, oh, great mark!
Again, a case of being too tall. We saw Salmon on Christian, now it's Van der Haar on Kelly. Put himself well in front on that occasion.
The 32-year-old veteran today playing his 200th game. He's taken a couple of magnificent marks. Kelly, a long way back. Van der Haar taking a long run up, and Kelly running up to the mark. Van der Haar delivers a beautiful kick. It may have been, it was touched by Kelly, who took about 10 metres back, ran at Van der Haar and touched the kick, and it's a behind.
Well, that was good vision by the umpire on that occasion, because a lot of those go unheeded. And you can see there Christian a little confused.
I think it just went so long, no one could believe it, but Kelly had put the mark there. Was that a mark? No, he grabbed it on the half volley. Mullane is loose. Can he get it before the boundary? Yes. Taking the mark. It was a let-off for the Magpies. Darren Mullane plays on a wobbly kick. The half-forward Starcevic loses it, and over the line it goes on centre wing. The margin now is 5 points in favour of Collingwood. Walsh to do the ruck work against Starcevic. Vital quarter of football, this one. Punched down by Starcevic. Scott Russell. Quick hand pass. Gavin Brown was starting off right out in the half-forward line. Russell received a free kick, holding the man decision. Russell to half-forward. Watson. Thumped the ground. Here's Shane Morwood with a chance. He's got it. Can't get his boot the ball. And no doubt about Terry Danaher, he's a good player.
Would that be dropping the ball?
No, because he was attempting to kick it, Don.
Throw in down towards the forward pocket. Walsh wins the tap. Kransberg pulled off the ball. Izard, oh, one hand to that. And he's been pinked for a throw. And it'll be a Collingwood free kick within kicking distance.
Well, that's just about the perfect tackle, isn't it? The fact that one arm was pinned, he could either drop the ball or throw it. Watch this, look. He's pinned the arm. Now, what can he do? Well done, Tony Francis.
Margin is 5 points in favour of Collingwood. This for an 11-point lead. Good kick. First goal to Francis. Collingwood 8-7, Essendon 6-8.
Well, will that be the steadier, and now will Collingwood regroup and go on with it? Well, time will tell. It was a badly needed goal because there's only 5 points of difference, but it's an excellent tackle here by the little fellow. And Ezard had no option but to either drop the ball or try and pass it off. He was going to be pinged either way.
$11 points the margin. Who'll get it out of the centre? It might be Collingwood because Brown's got it. Over to Tony Francis. On the left foot again they go forward, the Magpies. Gary O'Donnell waits for it. Dacos brilliantly tapped it down, but it's Walsh who's in front. He's got backup support. This is Buick. Umpires found a free kick though. In the meantime, it will go Essendon's way and it will go to Gary O'Donnell, who wants to play on. This is dangerous to Buick. Buick gets around though onto the right foot and goes for the long torpedo punt. It's a wobbly with the one though to centre wing. The ball bounces and beats the players over the line.
Both teams have added a goal in this third quarter.
Shane Morwood seems to be a loose man across that half-back line or in the centre for Collingwood.
Manson and Madden. Comes to Izard. Hook round the corner. Dive by Kafer. Good mark.
And Cransberg's a loose man for Essendon in its defence.
Here's Morwood. Wobbly old kick. Just inside 50. Watson. A little hand pass to Cransberg. Back over the centre circle. A chance here for the Bombers. Van der Haar runs onto the bouncing ball. Harvey inside. Not the best option for the hand pass. Put Harvey under the hammer. Burns. Gafer robs it. Gafer's done two brilliant things in the last minute. Mullane. Fumble by McGuan. Taken by Kickett. He approaches the 50. Long left footer. Offline all the way. It comes back a bit.
Oh!
It bounced back into the field of play. Salmon sweeps the hand pass back to Madden. He accidentally socked and it's gone through for a behind. Well, that ball bounced just straight back off its point and gave the Bombers another chance.
And Derek Kickett coming around on that left foot probably would have been better off centering the ball.
What about that mistake by Van der Haar? He just can't handball with his left hand, but gee, he sold Burns into a lot of trouble.
Michael Christian about to bring the ball back into play. He's got the big job on Salmon. He's gone straight down the centre half back. Grabbed by Anderson, the quick kick to half forward. There's no one there for Essendon. Now Van der Haar in after it. Banks dragged off the ball. His quick kick though lands in the hands of Barwick. Barwick at half back. There's loose men everywhere for Collingwood. Starcevic. He's got it. Kicks to the half forward line. Terry Danaher can't take the mark. Free kick to Scott Russell round the neck.
Out to Starcevic. Short pass for Dacos. Fumbled by Izard. Dacos could nearly score from here the way he's been kicking goals, but this one is out of bounds. So the impossible is not always possible.
Yes, when he grabbed that one, Drew, I thought a bit of Dacos magic might come out here. Now Terry Danaher give him his due. I thought he might be able to keep up with Gavin Brown, but since going to full back, he has steadied that Essendon defence. A wobbly kick by Danaher. Manning should mark, and he does so at half-back. Oh, why did he handball then to O'Donnell? It might come off. Then he transfers play and kicks straight to Graham Wright. Mark Harvey tries to tap it on. Buick is there, but Graham Wright takes it away. Onto the left foot, he kicks wide out towards half-forward flank. Barwick is there against Anthony Danaher. It stays in play, in fact, and now it rolls over the line. Coming off the ground is Walsh, who was limping, and Paul Hamilton on.
And the temperature has not dropped. It is still at 23 degrees.
Anthony Danaher and Starcevic. Shaw with strength. Francis skirts round the back of the pack. Good distance with that kick on the turn. Might have been a bit of interference there by the Essendon defender. Comes to Watson, close to the boundary line. Anthony Danaher. Well, he's been a pretty good wingman, Anthony Danaher. It wasn't such a great fullback earlier on. Thompson bounces off Russell. Kick by Thompson's beautiful delivery to Grenville.
The kick to half forward. Oh, the mark. That was poor play. That good mark to Mullane, but the wrong option. Mullane to the half-back line, and Gavin Brown is all over the place. What a game he's played. He's out on centre wing at the moment. Kicks to the half-forward line. Kwasiska in front. Hamilton. The ball hits the deck. Hamilton and Kwasiska, and Hamilton will probably try and go to the line. No, he doesn't. Umpire calls play on. The ball's still in play. Gafer. Straight to Van der Haar. Was that a free kick? No, the umpire calls play on. The quick kick. It's all Collingwood. Mullane. Kick it. Good attempt to tackle by kicker. Grabbed by Mullane. Mullane tons of time. On the left foot goes short and finds Francis.
Burns knocked Mullane over after he got rid of his kick. Mullane took his number too. Kick by Francis. Leans back on this one. It's down towards the forward pocket. Not a great kick. O'Donnell takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Cransberg. The ball was out. He took it over the line. Coming back for a throw-in. 10 points the margin. Collingwood in front. It's been a struggle in this quarter. Just 1 goal each in the opening 11 or 12 minutes. High leap over the back by Cransberg. Thompson to Izard. Izard a high kick to centre wing. Anderson and Mullane. Oh, Mullane! Broken thumb and all.
Great mark by Darren Mullane. So he kicks to half forward. Izard should mark. Oh, good mark to win. Oh, umpire hasn't paid it. Oh, that was unlucky to Izard. Grabbed by Tony Francis round the corner and really deserved to be paid that mark.
Maybe justice, that ball going out on the full by Tony Francis, but a definite mark to Izard.
This is Gary O'Donnell, the big job. He's done it well on Peter Dacos too. They're leaving Dacos down there 1 out in this quarter. There's a mark. The big arms of Paul Salmon plays on. Mark Thompson has been fantastic. Short pass. Danaher inside. Manning. The short one again. Salmon. Madden, I should say. To Harvey. They've lost it again. No, here's Paul Hamilton. Can he pick it up? He's too slow to get rid of it, Hamilton. In they go. Hamilton again should get a quick hand pass in there and can't. Dispossessed was Turner. In they go after it. Look at the pressure in the packs and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Oh, Hamilton got a bad cut. You can see there getting up to his feet. Probably accentuated by the sweat.
Great finals football that. Madden. Oh, Grenville. Turner out of defence. Well done by Starcevic. He was no chance there. Got a fist to it. Comes back to Russell. Over the top he goes. Manson. Thompson with him. Manson crashes through him. Bit slow to get rid of it. Caught from behind by Buick. It comes Essendon's way. Thompson. Watson. Great hand pass to Cransberg. Kick it. Anderson. Standing start. Smothered by Mullane. Oh, good football by Mullane. Francis. Now rebound football. A wrestle at centre-half forward. Starcevic goes to ground with Hamilton. Barwick scoops up. Nobody in front of him. 53 metres out. Brown almost.
There was just too many handballs by Essendon. Trying to put it on a plate, put it down the ground and let the big men go for it. Madden and Christian were down there.
Dead set Learising by Essendon then, and Kickett should have kicked that one from the 50 metres with a set shot on his left foot. Salmon and Starcevic. In they go after in front of the Collingwood goal. They wouldn't want to let Dacos get it. They do. Peter Dacos on the left foot. Oh, brilliant goal. That dangerous man has taken Collingwood on to 9-7, Essendon 6-9.
Well, his 94th goal for the season. He's kicked 94 goals, 45, Peter Dacos. And watch this, all he needs is a bit of space. The space comes. There he is underneath now, the space. Very accomplished player, Peter Dacos.
Well, it had been a bit of a deadlock up until then. A brilliant goal by Dacos. Essendon robbed of it in the middle. Izard. Shaw's kick. A bouncing ball to half forward. Hamilton. In a bit of space is Harvey. He's had space before and hasn't made the most of it. Back over his shoulder to Madden. Gaffer. Turner. They have the numbers back in defence. Christian from the back pocket. Right with Danaher. Izard. Right, left one and went to the other and pinged him with holding the ball.
Well done, Graham Wright. That was fantastic play.
Graham Wright at halfback, no doubt with that decision it was right, but Essendon making a lot of mistakes. Right, half forward, Starcevic marks uncontested. Cransberg is coming off the ground for Essendon.
And Michael Long coming on.
The short one, Scott Russell. Here's the Magpies' chance. The running player is Barwick. He can thump it a mile. Look at that long kick. This might be a goal. Yes! Another one to the Magpies. Doug Barwick has kicked his second. Collingwood have moved on to 10-7. Essendon remain on 6-9.
Well, is that the break? We'll wait and see. Collingwood have been in this position before. It was a beautiful kick from Barwick. Russell. He can thump a ball, Barwick. Look at that on the edge of the square. A fantastic kick. It's gone every bit of 60 metres.
Now a handy break to the Pies. Salmon out of the middle. Comes to Morwood. Kick across the ground. Mullane and Anderson. Anderson went too early. Mullane has the ball in front of him now. Dragged down. Holding the ball, says the umpire, because Mullane was going for a bounce. Anderson applied the tackle. Greg Anderson's free kick on centre wing. Up short of the 50. Anthony Danaher rather. Madden breaks away from full forward. Chance here for Madden. The kick a bit astray. O'Donnell's come the length of the ground. Dacos has gone with him. O'Donnell. Back to Buick. Good pass. And Thompson marks in front of White.
Touch off the boot, Drew.
Was touch off the boot.
But a push in the back. Free kick to Thompson anyway.
I'd like to see Salmon up on that forward line.
Yes,
Peter.
I was about to say that.
I think Madden can do the work up the ground around the, as far as the ruck work is concerned, but his height, as we've already seen, Salmon, is a real problem, that full forward line.
Mark Thompson for goal. Won't make it. Van der Haar.
Play on.
Not played. Christian. Virtually kicked an own goal to Russia behind.
Kelly's hurt himself too. Kelly not showing or trying not to show the pain, but he has buckled over just a little bit.
That was no score. It's a free kick to Collingwood and the free kick to Russell.
Scott Russell. 10 minutes of play left in the third quarter. They have to hang on, the Magpies. Mark Thompson has been tremendous for Essendon, but pumped down by Manson. 10-7, plays 6-9. It's not over yet. Who will come home the harder? The more experienced Essendon side or the young Collingwood side? It's tapped by Salmon, but straight to Tony Shaw. Centre of the ground is Barwick. They're creating space, Collingwood. Barwick will kick at 60. No, he doesn't. Smothered off the boot, but it's all Collingwood. Turner to the half-forward line. Watson, he's got backup support by O'Donnell. Taking it away was Manning. On to Hamilton, they've got the loose man, and out wide is Buick.
Kick by Buick for Salmon on centre wing. This quarter, Collingwood have kicked 3 straight goals, and Essendon have kicked 1-2. Salmon's kick to the 50. They crash to the ground. Thompson comes up with it. Blind hand pass. Burns fumbles. Chance for Van der Haar. They're going forward in numbers. Izard goes backwards to Van der Haar. Now he's Collett. Tony Shaw with great courage. Kelly slow. Spills to Thompson. Kick smothered by Christian. This is great stuff. Down goes O'Donnell. Dacos with O'Donnell down on the ground. Dacos all the way through the centre with a poor kick. It bounces all right for Krasiska. Nobody up on the forward line. Krasiska's kick, if it makes it, will score. Didn't make it. First back there, Hamilton.
Anderson.
See, that was a great kick by Hamilton, wasn't it?
But what magnificent play by that Collingwood defence just before that. Here's Anthony Denner at the back. He can't take the mark. He's dropped a lot today. Here's Mick Maguire. Collingwood playing inspired football. Short one on Barwick and Izard. Punch down to Manning. Smothered off the hands.
Well done, Barwick.
Scott Russell looks for Francis. Good play down there by Buick. That was fantastic play. Watson's been quiet. Back he goes. Gary O'Donnell. They're not sure what to do. Was that holding the ball? They're making a lot of mistakes, Essendon, due to the pressure. Krasiska, an open goal. Kevin Krasiska's kicked it. Quick goal to the Magpies. Collingwood streaking ahead. 11-7. Essendon 6-9.
Well, there was a fantastic tackle laid by Peter Dacos prior to Krasiska kicking that goal, but also a terrific smother by Barwick a little early. What's this? Look at that. And there. Russell. Oh, that was good play, Jay Goss.
73 plays 45. Under 8 minutes to three-quarter time. And the last 6 minutes have belonged to the Magpies. Kickett gets the ball out to Harvey. Salmon got underneath that one. Long has been very quiet and dragged a couple of times. Kelly went straight forward. Gets it to Shaw. In space is McGuan. It's all Collingwood at the moment. Mick McGuan drawing a man. It's come unstuck. The hand pass astray. Watson to Hamilton. Grenvold, he's got Kickett. A 25-metre hand pass to Derek Kickett. Needs to kick it. Kicks a mile. Van der Haar's there. And Salmon takes the mark.
That's his go, Salmon. He's got to be on that forward line. Whereas Christian can handle the height of Madden, he cannot handle the strength and the height, as you see there on that occasion of Salmon. He's just too big, Salmon. And he has really worked on his physique, as you can see there. He's been lifting a lot of weights. There's a bit of muscle definition there.
Well, this is against the trend of play. McGuan had it set up on centre wing as he was going to half forward. And now it could cost them a goal. Man on the mark just 12 metres out. And Salmon gets the goal. His third. 11-7 to 7-9.
Well, can they mount that challenge again, Essendon? We see there another change being made. As we see here, the build-up by Essendon. As Burns going to come off, Cransberg on. As Kickett in two minds. He was going to hand pass. He did that earlier. It came unstuck. This time he does the right thing, the long bomb. And Salmon put through his third.
22 points the margin, a vital 6 minutes of play coming up before three-quarter time. The Magpies have to hold on. Here's Izan, Cransberg, the dangerous Kickett. Can he get it? He's still going, Derek Kickett. Oh, holding the man. Oh, boy, he was a bit unlucky there. Mullane, they were stiff there, Essendon. Grabbed by Krasiska. They might get a goal here, the Magpies. Mick McGuan, 65 metres out. Goes for goal. Gary O'Donnell can't mark. Hops one in the back.
No, free kick. It's against Brown.
That's what I said, in the back. In fact, it's Terry Danaher take it. The short one is on. Oh, dangerous to Watson. Did he have it? Watson. He's got rid of it. Straight to Brown. A goal coming up to the Magpies. Gavin Krasiska kicks. Oh, and misses as he's dragged off the ball.
No right foot, Gavin Krasiska. He had to go back onto his preferred foot. That's the left one. Took too long. Had he had a right foot, he could have popped that through.
23 points the margin. 5 1/4 minutes remaining to three-quarter time. Hamilton marks the kick in. Danaher goes out wide to Buick. They certainly have used a lot of hand passing, Essendon. But Buick runs it right up to centre wing. He's kicked to Salmon. Well, Collingwood had the numbers. It came off Kelly to Christian. Unmarked at centre wing is Starcevic. He goes back. Hand pass not great to Wright. Wright looks for Krasiska up at half forward. O'Donnell with him and the ball out of play. Well, Collingwood could take a giant step to winning the premiership if they can get over Essendon here today and get the week off. They're looking for their first flag since 1958.
Up the ground, Tony Shaw, a high one to the half-forward line. Watson pushing and shoving. The ball hits the deck. Here come Essendon, the hand pass. Terry Danaher. It'll be a one-on-one contest. Mullane, which way will it bounce? It bounces in front of him. Greg Anderson after him. Taps to the line, Darren Mullane, and that was good play. 4 minutes of play left in the third quarter. The Magpies lead by 23 points, and it's not over yet.
Kelly down to McGuan. Russell outnumbered. Good Mark Manning over the top. Washed up at St Kilda. He's one of those rejects that Kevin Sheedy has plucked out and given a new lease of life to. Andrew Manning up towards the centre. Cransberg. Dishes off to Danaher. Puts it wide. Essendon running pretty well at the moment. O'Donnell has run plenty this quarter. To full forward. Christian outmarks Salmon.
Play on.
No mark. Goes to Morwood. His hand pass over the top to Wright. Wright looks for Turner on centre wing. O'Donnell doing the business again. Great play, Gary O'Donnell.
The short one is on. There are two options. He's found Michael Long. It's dangerous when this man gets it because Van der Haar has led. Every time he hasn't got it many times today, Michael Long. He's looking for the short one. Van der Haar wants someone to lead. He's worried about the distance.
Years ago, he could have put this through. He definitely would have scored from there.
Salmon saying, kick it long. Oh, there's Madden on his own. He doesn't want to have this shot, Van der Haar. Now, can he get onto a long drop punt? No, he wasn't confident. Have a look at that kick. Salmon, though, they're still there. Can't mark. And off his hands and over the line. But that was not good play by Essendon. He took too long to kick the ball, Van der Haar.
Well, he was looking for options, Peter, wasn't he? And they were well covered by Collingwood defence.
All the more reason you get it down there quickly.
But another chance here for the Bombers. Salmon in ruck. Well, Grenvold overran it. Comes to Long. Short pass is good to Cransberg. Well, that's better.
Good player, isn't he, Michael Long? The way he spotted Cransberg. Fantastic.
Peter Cransberg.
Here it is. I simply am amazed at some of the skills that these players do possess nowadays under extreme pressure.
The West Australian in his first AFL final. Across the face of goal and misses to the left.
Well, a bad miss from there. He took about 3 paces then, and he should have gone back another 10 metres and run in hard and thumped it. Kevin Sheedy, he's worried, not happy at all. And any side that loses today, they've got to face up to the West Coast Eagles next week, which will not be easy out at Waverley. Now, Mick McGuan. Kelly. To the half-forward line. Hamilton should mark here, and he does call Hamilton at half-back. Now he's dangerous. Oh, look at this. It comes off to Danaher. Dacos couldn't chip in. Here's Watson. Had a very quiet day, Tim Watson. Now he goes short. He's got an option of 2. Harvey's 1, and Harvey takes the mark, centre wing.
Now they flow into the forward line. Gaffer outnumbered, but he did very well, Mick Gaffer. A much maligned player, but look at that. Brilliant football. Up to Krasiska at centre wing. Long left footer. Watson on Dacos. Dacos dives, can't mark. Watson goes backwards. Will take a free kick, Tim Watson. He was legged by Dacos. Tim Watson, short pass up to O'Donnell. Has he covered some hectares in this quarter? Unbelievable display. Centre of the ground, Madden. Outmarks Monkhurst.
Take 50 metres.
Well, the Essendon fans think so, but the umpires don't.
Look, that is 50 metres. That is 50 metres.
He goes back to Kickett. Now to Madden again. Oh, they're going to muck this up. Kickett was being held before the ball even came back to him. He's gone backwards, he's lost it. Russell gathers, inside 50. Russell goes for goal and kicks it. What a mistake by Kickett.
Well, I just can't. I cannot believe.
They have done it all day, Don. Done it all day, Essendon.
Number 1, I think there should have been a 50-metre penalty to Madden, but Kickett, unbelievable. As you say, Peter, he's done it all day.
Not him. The Essendon side, I reckon they've layerised from the start of the game with they try and do that extra handball all the time instead of getting on with the game and kicking it. And that's let Collingwood right in. This will lift the Magpies. Tony Francis, wide, Barwick. And Barwick, there's the siren. And what a handy goal that was as Barwick kicks it. The 3/4 time score. Collingwood, 12-8-80, lead Essendon 7-10-52.
Interesting, Drew, that Darren Buick is a loose man in Essendon's defence, whereas in Collingwood's defence, Shane Morwood is a loose man.
Umpire Peter Carey about to bounce the ball to start the final quarter in this great match between Essendon and Collingwood. The winner goes straight into the grand final. Will it be the Magpies with a chance to win a flag after this long, long time. Here's Danaher. Anthony Danaher, a booming wobbly kick to the half-forward line. It's thumped the ground. Oh, Michael Long. Oh, he went for a hand pass again instead of kicking it. Dennis Banks takes it out of defence. And a big mark. No, not paid. Monkhorst. They've got the loose men everywhere. Mick McGuire, a quick kick to the forward line. Terry Danaher and Gavin Brown. Bob Brown almost took it. Hamilton burrowing in. Bob Brown, brilliant play. Dacos, danger. Dacos on the left foot, kicks it goal and misses to the left.
He's a terrier, Brown, the way he went after that ball, but also Gary O'Donnell pushed Peter Dacos into the ball.
But again down the other end, Michael Long had an open goal and refused to kick and went to handball.
Kick into Madden, who's got a break on Monkhorst. Simon Madden comes backwards to Buick. Good raking kick, well over the centre. Oh, what a mark taken by Kelly. Craig Kelly, brilliant then. The ex-South Australian. Oh, wobbles a shocker to centre wing. Oh. Anderson fumbled badly. Madden back after it. Madden's kick for Long. Thought about the hand pass out. Turn to come inside. Salmon. I think too far out to score, Paul Salmon. Harvey's there. Outnumbered 2-1. Kelly takes the mark while Harvey was kept out of it. 81 plays 52 in the last quarter of the second semi-final. On his own is Turner at centre half back. McQuan, through the middle go the Pies. Christian, long kick to full forward. Brown keeps his footing. Goes to ground now from O'Donnell. Brown comes out with it. The hand pass comes to Russell. Russell snaps truly. Russell kicked the last of the third quarter and the first of the fourth quarter.
Well, it all comes through Gavin Brown's work. We saw him earlier get it across to Dacos. Here we are. We just didn't see the work going on a little earlier. But here's the finisher. But the work was done in the crunch, in the pack, by the Collingwood forwards.
The Magpies on fire. Back to the centre. And they go again. Yes, they can. Francis. Barwick. Oh, beautiful pass by Barwick. That is champagne football to Brown. Great lead by the full forward. He has been outstanding again. He's kicked 5. And this would be shut the gate, I'd say, if he kicked this. I don't think Essendon could catch that up in a final.
Well, this is what I mentioned at the chalkboard at three-quarter time. That is the way they got to deliver the ball to Brown. They did it in the second quarter. Since then, he hasn't kicked a goal because the ball has been coming down very high.
Gavin Brown is a nice kick. He's kicked 5. They were all in the first half. 4 on Anthony Danaher and 1 on his brother Terry. From 35 metres, Brown has hooked it. A wobbly one. So the Bombers would breathe a sigh of relief. They've got a rough chance. It would take a miraculous turnabout in the game. Anthony Danaher's got a loose man out there in Buick. And off he'll go with the ball.
Darren Buick. Dacos giving chase. Buick short passes to Grenvold, who had it spent before he got it. Back to Buick. Blazers away long. Oh, that is a great mark. Second top mark in this quarter by Kelly.
Push out.
Free kick. Terry Danaher. Well, they doubled up on Danaher, not for the first time.
It's good play by Danaher, isn't it, to run his full forward, who is Brown, who's on the mark, down into the forward line. Puts a lot of pressure on a forward when you do that, especially a backman.
Salmon's in the goal square on Christian. So if Danaher doesn't make the distance, Salmon's given a lead in short, and that's the direction of the kick. Here comes Salmon. Beautiful.
Watch this on replay, and the man underneath is going to be Tony Shaw. And Tony Shaw got shook up by that.
He didn't have much hope,
Shaw
little
shook
Tony.
up. Salmon right in front, 50 metres out. He's hooked it. Van der Haar keeps it in. Mullane gets it out.
Yeah, it's far too high, that kick. Just out of kicking distance for Paul Salmon. Well, they need a couple of goals and they need them quickly, or the Magpies are into the grand final for 1990.
Oh, that should have been a free kick.
Salmon, Izzard off the ground. Who'll go after Izzard himself? Charges after towards the boundary line. Tapped it in now. Was that out in the full off the boot? Yes, I thought it was. It came off the boot of Tony Francis. Just touched his boot. It was a very iffy one, whether it went out in the full or actually just dribbled over the line, that one. So it's Alan Izzard. Look at this. He swings round onto the right foot, steadies, kicks. Oh, Mark, is it to Vanderhaar?
Yes, it is.
I don't know whether he actually held that, but it's been paid. Now he plays on Vanderhaar and kicks it to Harvey, and that's opened up the goal. So that's very good play by Vanderhaar.
There must be all Collingwood supporters down that end of the ground, because there was no reaction at all when Vanderhaar took that mark.
Mark Harvey's missed a couple of sitters today. They need a goal. They need it badly. Mark Harvey from 35 metres stabs and hooks and has missed. So that is very poor kicking for goal by the half forward. Kevin Sheedy would not be happy with that.
1 goal, 3, Mark Harvey today.
Well, the handballs are 83 to 68 in favour of Essendon. The margin of 15 have probably been 15 badly delivered handballs by the Bombers. Monkhurst out to centre wing. Christian, but too wide for him. A ball out of play. Using up time, though, under 19 minutes left, and it's 88 to 53, a 35-point lead to the Magpies. Tough for the Bombers to come back from here. Still, they might be fresher. They've had the last 2 weeks off. Shaw did well there. Starcevic charged straight at it. Good play, Craig Starcevic. His kick up towards the 50-metre line, but Anthony Danaher's back there.
Now he's gone across goal. Could be dangerous, but Harvey's got it. Now he should go over the top here with a hand pass. And that time he should have handballed and he didn't. Grabbed by Terry Danaher. He's battled his heart out. Now he's gone short. Dangerous play, but it comes off to Thompson. They don't want to kick it long, Essendon. Again, Danaher hesitated. The kick to half forward and the mark easily taken by Jamie Turner. And Essendon making far too many errors. Collingwood really on fire.
Good distance, Turner. Centre half back to centre half forward. Danaher drops the mark. And the ball held in for a ball up.
See now the players, they seem to be going through the motions as far as walking to position or getting to position. It is still 22 degrees here.
Thompson caught by Krasiska. Well, Russell's had a top game. Spills out to Shaw, off Krasiska. 65 metres out, short to Dacos. Oh, fingertip. Pretty hard to get away from Gary O'Donnell. And there wasn't much breathing space then, but he juggled it and hauled it in.
Torpedo punt. Yes.
And the crowd yelling for it. He goes for the torpedo, wobbles a bit. Edge of the square job. Danaher, good mark. Put his backside out and hands well forward. Perfect mark.
On to Alan Izzard, another short one. That wasn't marked by Buick. It was a half volley attempt. Now he's not sure what to do, but he's got pace. 1 bounce. He's running away from Dacos. 3 bounces. Will he go again? Onto the left foot to the half forward line. Oh, the mark is dropped down there by
good effort,
Anderson. But what a great effort to go and get it again. The quick kick to the half forward line. Kick it, waits at the back. He didn't run and meet the ball. Kelly. More with that Collingwood defence has been terrific as usual.
That's the sun in the eyes.
In the eyes. Mark Harvey ducked the head. Then get his boot the ball. Kick it in front. Over the back. They've got no one there for Essendon. Now a loose ball. Cransberg was there. Now it's Kelly. Hand pass to Shaw, and Collingwood again get out of trouble through Francis.
Francis at centre half back. Breaks away from Long. Madden in front. No mark. Manning. Well, they're using up plenty of time, Essendon, and have managed just 1 behind in this last quarter. Madden, forward of the wing, hoists it high. Kelly's been superb in this last quarter. No mark this time. Salmon. Banks is back there. Christian to Francis. Collingwood there in numbers and still full of running. Starcevic dropped the mark. Mullane used his body well. Buick taps back. Izard with pace. They want goals in a hurry, the Bombers. A mark to Long. He'll be kicking from just outside 50.
Hamilton's free if he can get it down there quickly.
Too slow.
35 points the margin and just over 15 minutes remaining. The kick by Long. Nearly gets the distance. Salmon almost, but juggles it over for a behind.
He had all the time in the world. He had two men down there against one Collingwood, and he just took too long to kick it. 13-10.
Now, Salmon hurt. I think Salmon's hurt, Peter.
He is too, as he went for that mark over the line.
He's gone. I wonder what's wrong with him.
The short one out for the Magpies. Comes out to Kelly. They'll just let the clock run down now, although there is just under 15 minutes of play left. Possession football. Christian, Mullane. And he's still down behind the play. Salmon, they wouldn't want to lose him for the finals. Manning. Izard with pace. To the half-forward line. Oh, the marker's dropped. In goes Van der Haber. Desperation by Kelly. Mullane. Whoa! Free kick to Mullane, holding the man on centre wing.
I think it's just clamped with Salmon. He's stretching his calf against the goal post. He's doing stretches. You can see they're pulling the toe up. Now they're working on that calf.
Mullane short passes. Christian takes the mark. Banks giving him some run. Well played by Dennis Banks. High kick. Brown and Dacos not in great positions. O'Donnell dropped the mark. Danaher backed him up. Buick ducking the head. Getting the hand pass to O'Donnell. Grenville skirts around Krasiska. Banks charged at the ball. Paddles for Francis. Russell's been a fine player. Tony Shaw, 60 metres from goal. Brown at the back. To the front to Dacos. Missed it. 2-2 to Peter Dacos. 13 and a half minutes left. And the crowd, the biggest of the season, 91,555.
And they've seen a superb display by this Collingwood side. They really have. Right from the opening bounce, they've been aggressive at the ball and they've played great team football. Their back line's been well on top. Essendon looking very tired. Look at that. Anthony Danaher, that could be holding the ball. Almost threw it away. And even that kick out by his brother Terry then looked a tired looking kick, Don.
Well, I mean, the temperature's taking a toll, isn't it, Peter? They wouldn't be used to playing in these temperatures.
And they've had that layoff, and people wondered what would happen. Well, maybe we're seeing the answer. The young Collingwood side full of fitness and chasing ability. There's Tim Watson's had a very quiet day.
He's been out for a number of weeks. In fact, his last game was against Collingwood out at Waverley. He injured his ankle that day and has been out ever since.
Salmon coming off and Kevin Walsh on.
Francis. He's tackled high. It's a relayed free.
No, they'll come back through.
And Salmon is off the ground too. And Kevin Walsh is going into the forward pocket.
Got to come back to Francis. 75 metres from goal. His left footer. Bit of nudging going on there.
It doesn't help.
For a throw.
Doesn't help Brown, does it, the way the ball's being delivered now.
Well, it's really tough for the Bombers now. They trail by 35 points. They need to get 6 goals to nothing, and they've managed just 7 goals in 3.5 quarters.
Half forward for Collingwood. Izard, a quick kick. Madden, punched by Monkhorst. Buick, oh, another dangerous handball. They're running into all sorts of trouble. They refuse to kick at Essendon. There's Francis, the little terrier. Tony Shaw, a quick kick to the forward line. It could be a mark. Yes, Starcevic. And this will absolutely seal it if he short passes this. He does. Across the face of the mark has been taken by Barwick. 25 metres out, directly in front.
And what should happen here is that the full back, or the man on the mark, as Barwick was walking back, should have gone back 5 or 6 yards because Barwick wouldn't have known where the mark was. As a young footballer, or any young footballer looking in, don't do what Barwick did and turn you back to the goal.
Barwick's kick 2. Third coming up, I would say, and the Magpies will be home if he kicks this one. Barwick kicks. And there it is. Magpies head for a grand final, 14-11. Essendon 7-12.
Barwick has played in a number of positions over the last couple of weeks. He's had a tagging role against the West Coast. He's played in the back pocket, played on the half-forward line most of the year. He's kicked 3 goals today, 3 goals, 1 to be precise. And this year's kicked 34 goals, 27.
Collingwood again through Mullane. Back to Kelly. Looking extremely confident now, the Magpies. Kelly to half forward. Russell. Hamilton. But his hand pass is bad. Banks paddles. Shaw's always there to pick those up. Floats the hand pass over the top to McGuan. Here comes Mullane. Mullane approaches 60 metres. Long kick. Brown the only chance. Comes to the front. Brown again. Back he goes. Starcevic has kicked another one. It's a romp. 15-11 to 7-12.
Well, they can do no wrong, can they? This man here, a late replacement for Ron McEwen. A high ball from Mullane. The pack flies. Well chopped out then by Hewitt, who just couldn't control it. Rebounds across to Starcevic, his first.
Played 7-12. The Magpies coming home with plenty of legs. And they're determined. McGuan. Mullane playing under difficulty. Even going for that mark. You can see him protecting that thumb. To half forward. Dacos 2 bites of the cherry. And even Dacos is starting to get away from O'Donnell, who's played a superb negative game. Dacos the torpedo. A booming kick to the square. Terry Danaher thumps it over the line. And through for a behind to Collingwood. Full marks to Danaher. He's fought this game right out.
Peter, there's only one the difference as far as centre breaks are concerned at half-time. Now it's 16 Collingwood, 9 Essendon.
Hamilton can't mark. The ball out of play. Well, Collingwood led early at quarter time by 14 points. The lead should have been more, we thought. Only 12 points at half-time, and it was a game. But they killed them in the second half. Hamilton to Izard. Izard's kick up to centre wing, congested. Turner a big fly. Comes to Gafer. He knew his player was there, Banks. Banks pokes the ball to half forward and Starcevic marks.
It was just too high for Manning on that occasion. Manning tried to stop the ball in flight. It just went over his outstretched hand. It was a good kick by Banks to spot Starcevic. Starcevic not the best kick for goal. 15 goals, or 16-19 he's kicked this year.
This one right in front, 45 metres out. There's another one. His second in the last quarter. Was named as an emergency, came off the bench. And Collingwood are thrashing them. They've doubled their score.
Well, the only time Essendon looked like they were going to get into this game was halfway through the second quarter, and then partway through the early part of the third quarter, but it's been Collingwood's game for the remainder, and they're certainly going on with it now.
Great performances by Collingwood. They're finishing on again as they did against the Eagles in their last game. They're fit, and they're young, and they're enthusiastic. Can they finally break that long drought? Half forward, we have McGuan to Brown. Over the back, Dacos. Can he swoop onto this one? Oh, cleverly done, Dacos. He's still got it. Pasiska. Gavin Brown. Straightens up. Brilliant play by the full forward. He kicks a goal and he's missed. He is a terrific player, Gavin Brown. He kicked 5 early, and there's a famous Collingwood supporters. He's been around a long time, Rana.
You are not wrong, Peter.
Has he ever behind the goals? And you can see the enthusiasm on the faces of those Collingwood supporters.
Well, the Collingwood Army have had a long, frustrating time. They haven't won a grand final since their last premiership, 58. In fact, they've lost 7 since then. Short pass Mullane to Dacos, couldn't take the mark. Hamilton takes it out.
But he'll get a free kick. He's pushed in the back by Starcevic.
Collingwood's last grand final was 1981 and their last win in a grand final 1958. I think we're going to go through 2 weeks of absolute pandemonium in Melbourne with Collingwood qualifying for the grand final. Russell, Izzard.
That'll be nothing to what had happened if they won it, Drew.
Oh, then we'll go through a year of
If you didn't
pandemonium.
barrack for Collingwood, I think you'd get out of town.
Manning. Back to Buick. And you'd have to wonder about Essendon's chances against the Eagles next week. The Eagles will be watching this over in Perth, licking their chops at the moment, I reckon. Here goes Banks. He just took it away from Grenville. Good pass. Oh, Francis.
Very casual, very casual.
Sun, maybe. The sun, he was pointing up into the sky, so maybe the sun got in his eyes, he couldn't see it. Half forward for the Magpies. Very impressive performance. I personally didn't think they could do this to Essendon. Manning. Hamilton lying on the ball, then taps it out. And Stills loose and kicked off the ground. Morwood's had an absolute picnic down there in defence today. Been excellent. Beautiful pass. Pinpoint accuracy on the left foot, and he finds Starcevic 65 metres out from goal. The leader's on. He kicks high. Dacos is 2 to beat. Peter Dacos, centre of the pack, thumped down to Anthony Danaher across the face of goal to Hamilton. He's sometimes slow getting rid of it, Paul Hamilton. This time he goes short and he finds Mark Thompson.
Well, Essendon had beaten the Pies both times this season. But when it counted in the final, they couldn't manage it. Oh, Kelly. Russell, a clever tap out. Gaffer. Done everything well, Gaffer. Trouble off the left boot this time. Off the ground, Buick. Manning outnumbered 2 to 1.
He is very, very tired, Andrew Manning. You could see him running on that occasion. He seemed to be going up and down on the one spot.
5.5 minutes remaining, and it's 109 to 54, a 55-point lead to Collingwood.
Centre wing Morwood doing the ruck work. They do look tired, the Bombers. Mark Thompson battled his heart out all day. Oh, clever kick. Kransberg. They've had a lot down, but that's due to the pressure of Collingwood. There's Salmon, centre of. If he doesn't take the mark, they're in trouble up forward. Hand pass to Morwood. Comes from Gaffer. Again a loose man. Tony Francis. They're playing very confident football. Scott Russell. Smothered by Izzard. Too slow to get rid of it. Great tackle, Graham Wright. Oh, tremendous play by the former Tasmanian. Jamie Turner brings it to half forward.
Francisco, great mark at half forward. Off to Barwick. Tony Shaw, the skipper, for goal. It just got away from him at the end. For behind.
That was good positioning by Krasiska to get Danaher out of the road and take that mark and then get it across to Shaw.
That would have been the most popular goal of the day if the little captain could have kicked that.
Wouldn't it? His brother was around as captain when Collingwood last played in the grand final. Terry Danaher kicks in. And Buick marks. We've gone. Do the Bombers reach the stage now where they just play this out and save themselves for next week?
Well, I think they'll be done. You know, this will do them a lot of good. A hit out because a lot of those guys are just not fit. They're not match hard, and we've seen them going up and down the one spot. Tim Watson hasn't had a sniff. We saw Manning running earlier. He just couldn't make it. There just seem a couple of them out of touch.
Harvey Vanderhart. But full marks to Collingwood. They've taken it right up to this very good Essendon side. They're playing well. There's Banks. Gaffer, look at this, they're coming down in waves. Tony Shaw. For half forward it goes. The Bombers trying hard with that edge in speed. And they're fresher, Collingwood. Tony Francis hooks it up in front of goal. Dacos in front. Can he do something magical? Yes, he can. Put his body in front and bang, he took it. And look at the Magpie supporters.
Well, it's Dacos and Shaw. They're the only two players that have played in a grand final side. They played together in 1981.
Kicked by Dacos. It's a goal. (17-14) the Magpies. Essendon 7-12. Collingwood will go into a grand final again in 1990. Great performance. Peter the Great.
Well, he's only 5 goals off that magical century. Peter Dacos, 3 today. He started with 92. Can he make the century?
Well, a lot of these players would have been round in 1984 when Essendon beat Collingwood in a preliminary final by 133 points. Essendon are goalless in this last quarter, and Collingwood are going right on with the business. Long overruns. Christian comes out. All Collingwood out here on the members' wing. Francis out to Shaw. Oh, he didn't see the man coming, Manning. And Shaw felt that one. Took him a while to get up. A couple of players down here hurt.
Hazard.
I tell you what, you'd think the Eagles, the way they play at AFL Park, will worry them too.
Shaw did not know what was coming then, and he is still shaken up. Hazard up on his feet.
So Hazard takes the free. Up to centre half forward. Christian punches. Gaffer runs onto it. Well played, Mick Gaffer, with a pass astray for Krasiska. Anthony Danaher to Watson to Hazard. Just over 2 minutes left. Hazard's kick astray. Banks.
Gee, they've got to do something, Essendon, about their forward line in the next couple of weeks. There's Morwood, who's played a magnificent game, Shane Morwood. So listen to the roars for Tony Shaw. They love him, the Collingwood supporters. He was punched a moment ago, and he's sick too. He's a pretty sore boy. Mark taken by McGuan. He's played a great game too. The leader's on. Dacos and Brown. Oh, brilliant mark by Brown. Over the top of his teammate. The two key players in that forward line for Collingwood.
Well, that's the way he should have the ball delivered. Out in front so he can use his pace to get away from his taller opponent, Terry Danaher.
5 goals he's kicked, all in the first half, Gavin Brown. He's taken 10 marks, one of the best marks in the competition for his size. Very acute angle, and the Collingwood supporters will go berserk if he kicks this one. Well, he's missed it to the right, and it floats through for a behind.
His 4th point for the quarter, or 3rd point for the quarter.
1 minute and 8 seconds of play left in this game.
In this last quarter, Essendon have kicked Collingwood 5-7 to Essendon's 2 behinds. The Bombers have managed just 2 goals after half-time. Manning to Salmon. That's a shocker. Morwood. Monkhurst. Runners going past. McGuan. They want more, Collingwood. Brown. Danaher climbs on him. The ball's still there for Brown. Francis. Barwick around Grenvold. Barwick on the turn. Didn't make it, and Salmon takes the mark. 28 seconds remaining. And the Bombers look leg weary as Buick kicks out of defence.
Oh.
Van der Haar took his eyes off it. O'Donnell waited for it. Morwood took it away from him. Interesting if Shane Morwood could cap it off with a goal. But Salmon outmarks Dacos pretty easily. Under 10 seconds left. It's been a thrashing for the Bombers, who were the minor premiers and had 2 weeks off before this second semi. Kicked by Salmon. There's the siren. The Magpies are in the grand final for the first time since '81. Collingwood, an absolute thrashing of the minor premiers. 17-15, 117 to 7-12, 54.
Well, a very happy Lee Matthews. We saw Lee Matthews. He's not an emotional man, but I bet he feels pretty good now. Look at the happy Collingwood players. They've only got 1 to go. You can see the look of pride on Lee Matthews' face, because that was a great performance by Collingwood. I personally didn't think they could do that to Essendon, but they were fit, they tackled, they chased, they harassed. Tony Shaw, there's the captain of the team. And it'll be a monumental effort by Essendon to turn this around.
Well, I think it'll do Essendon a lot of good, Peter. They need a hit out. They really did. It'll help Collingwood as well, that week's rest, because they've played in 3 hard games. Essendon really did need a hit out. A lot of their players were missing. They ran out of legs. The next week will be a good hit out for them as well. It'll be a good game because the West Coast will be just equally, they'll be itching to get there. The West Coast will be in the grand final for the first time.
Well, you reckon at Waverley, with the wide open spaces, that the West Coast, you know, with the ageing Essendon side, they might trouble Essendon next week.
Certainly could. And this ground has erupted to the chance of Collingwood, a club with a proud history, but their recent history has been poor. Final scores 17-15, 1-17 to Essendon, 7-12, 54.